The beginning of the second caprice needs to be as smooth and sustained as possible, with perfectly tuned double stops and attention not to lose sound at the tip of the bow. I would also give particular attention to the shaping of the phrase, something along the lines of how I just played it. One particularly tricky spot in the first section comes to mind, and that is the shift from the lower position 6th to the upper position 5th. And since you have to get over the hump of the cello, that can be quite troublesome and complicated at times. And a very simple way to practice that is to use a scale, implementing that particular shift, starting in a low position 6 like D major, and just going up and down the fingerboard. Make sure you're confident in the bow, because it's definitely a very awkward shift. Just all the way up and down the fingerboard like that. Another useful method of practicing this particular shift is to go back and forth between the two in different combinations. And so on. In the middle section, Piatti is clearly exploring the string crossing mechanism in the bow arm, and I would aim to develop a kind of anticipatory motion in the elbow as you anticipate the different levels of each string. You can have a lot of fun practicing this section using all sorts of bow combinations and variations. And I would at first disregard the dotted rhythm and practice focusing mainly on the sound and the contact of the bow. I'll show you a few examples. There I was using the whole bow. You could also practice using just half the bow. Just the upper half. Different combinations of staccato. Triplet. Different combinations of slurs. Sequential double stop passage at the end that ventures into the higher positions of the cello. A very helpful way to practice that is in blocks. I'll tell you what I mean. If you think of this as block 1, and then block 2, block 3, and block 4. And then moving between each block or combinations of blocks. Just be creative. So between block 1 and block 2. Block 2 to block 3. And block 3 to block 4.